Canada has a true love affair with Formula One. The grandstands here are always packed to capacity. It's a country that has given us the likes of Gilles and Jacques Villeneuve, the thrilling Grand Prix of '79, of '98 and of course 2011. They love their motorsport in Montreal and we absolutely love coming here. If you want flat-out racing, you've come to the right place this weekend, as it's full throttle for 59% of this 2.7-mile circuit, peaking at around 210 miles per hour going into the final chicane. But that speed requires discipline, and there are more than a few close walls here just waiting to punish drivers with a heavy right foot. It's a favourite for fans and drivers alike then here in Canada. We're used to seeing the unexpected happen here, and with me today to enjoy it all is Anthony Davidson, a man who knows firsthand the surprises that can pop up in this race.
I do indeed. I had a good chance at some points here in 2007, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. My old colleague Takuma Sato, though, he managed to finish 6th, so the team took home 3 valuable points, and that was a big boost to everyone at the time. I'm not sure I can think of anywhere else that so consistently provides the kind of late race excitement we get here. Obviously, towards the end of the Grand Prix, the brakes are getting worn, maybe the weather situation has changed, so there's a lot to keep fighting for all the way up to that final corner.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. It's Mercedes in pole position then, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid we have Raikkonen, Perez, Max Verstappen and Ocon, Hamilton, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg and Felipe Massa, Kvyat, Palmer, Fernando Alonso and Stroll, Grosjean, Magnussen, Stoffel van Dorn and Pascal Wehrlein, Ericsson and Carlos Sainz starts from the back of the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
If we keep up this level of performance, I think he'll be promoted to #1 driver. So let's make sure we get a good result today.